Hello everybody, Reggie Time here and welcome to something a bit different on the channel. Today we're playing some 10 cent, 25 cent, 6 card PLO on GG. I've been playing mostly PLO all week here and in private games, and results have been mixed, shall we say. In profit, but it's impossible to judge how well, not impossible, but it's hard to judge how well or how badly I've been playing. The only thing that is certain is that almost everybody plays this game badly. So even when you are playing quite badly, it's not like you're getting crushed by your opponents, but sometimes you can just get crushed by the game because it's very high variance in short term. Even bad players have a good chance short term in this game. And yeah, it's a lot of, certainly with my limited ability, there's an awful lot of just needing to make good hands. And whoever makes the good hands seemingly has the best day. There's definitely more to the game than that, of course. But that's where my game is at the minute. I rarely win without good hands. But you look around the tables, this is what poker used to look like before nerds fucking ruined it, where people were just kind of having to think for themselves, do things themselves, figure shit out either for themselves or with their peers. There wasn't handy little grids that would just tell you what to do in various spots. And let's be honest, that's what's happening. In a lot of no limit games now, people just have GTO wizards on the side. It's a pre-flop cheaters charter. I know that's happening. You know that's happening. Everyone knows that happening. It's not happening in these games because those charts do not exist. Right, so we let out the flop with the nuts. Now we don't have the nuts anymore. We're going to continue betting because there's still plenty worse hands that can call us. And we river the full house. This guy's called twice. And he's done the little chip thing. Just going to bet a size that we think a straight will call. And he absolutely snap folded. So yeah, these games are, I mean, on GG Poker especially, the rake is fucking egregious. Maybe it's not even beatable without rake back. I don't know. I don't have a big enough sample yet to have any fucking clue. I am winning, but not much. I deposited $200 on Tuesday, I think, and you can see there I got 193 plus what I've got at the tables. But I've maybe made 15 from the leaderboards, made 15 there. So in maybe 2,500 hands, I've won 4 buy-ins, but who knows what that means. Maybe I've just ran well. I mean, according to the EV graph, I haven't ran well, but there certainly have been spots. There certainly have been spots where I have ran fucking well, played badly and ran well. Okay, we've got someone who just wants to ramp up the variance. Right, is this Peter Pan? Right, what are we doing here? It's going to fold. He's a leaderboard grinder. He just has a very good hand here. Let's try and crack it with our Queen Jack 10-9. We've got 2 pairs. And I guess now we just need to be all in. Got some backdoor stuff around the 9. Very unlikely our hand's going to improve past this point. Obviously, it's incredibly vulnerable. We're playing for folds here, but we're ready to run it. We do get the folds. Happy days. Single suited jacks. No, thank you. So I've got a few ideas about this game, but I've had lots of ideas. Ideas have changed Monday, they changed yesterday, they've changed again today with regarding pre-flop and post-flop sizing, regarding defending from the blinds, just regarding a lot. And it's because it's a very fun game. On a deep level, it's incredibly complex. But on this level of 10p, 25p with like Whale City and very obvious reg nut peddlers, I don't think it's especially complex. I think it's a very, very, like, you see in very, very, myself included, you see very, very basic strategies that it's not too difficult to figure out what people are doing and what they're about. Like nut peddling reg, very nut peddling reg, whale, etc. And I think like the trick is try and play lots of pots with the whales without like getting too sloppy, and then just stay out of the way of the fucking nut peddling regs when they look like they want to play big pots. Right, so we've got single suited aces here. I haven't noticed if he's been raising after straddling, but we're going to call and we're going to just try and get this in pre. Here we've got double suited aces versus a whale. We flop the omega nuts. Here we're just trying to get in pre and whatever. We have to check here. We just block literally everything. The problem is this guy never fucking bluffs. Good luck us, I guess. He has bet here. So I'm going to just hope he's got a queen. And we're just going to try and play a big one straight away. We're down to 25% equity over here, which isn't fun. We're up against queen 3. Double barrel in here. Just again targeting queen X. He's all in. We've got the nuts. And we lost over here. We won over here. So the poker gods giveth and the poker gods taketh away. Was that even playing against the player I thought was playing against there? What was that player's name? We can't even see anymore. So yeah, won a stack, lost a stack. Kind of how this game works. I mean, these people that come in and do this like constant straddling, obviously they're just like donating EV to the game. But as soon as you try to learn the game, I'd rather they didn't fucking exist, because you just end up getting in a lot of like pre-flop flips with them, and you know, if you get it in 60% pre-flop in this game, you're probably fucking pleased. But they make the game so big, you know, there's players that'll come and they'll straddle, then they'll straddle again, then they'll straddle again to like 8 big blinds. And then you're just playing like 25 big blind poker, which is dull, to be honest. But they're spraying free EV around, so you kind of got to gamble with them, even in a ridiculously high rake environment. We have like very little going on here. Just gonna range bet. Assume he's going to tell me about the strength of his hand soon enough if he does have a strong hand. And probably overfold. Yeah, so I've toyed with like the full pot opens. I've watched some players who I think maybe have a bit of a clue what they're doing. And there's a lot of 2.5x. And I can get behind that in a way, because you're not trying to steal the blinds pre-flop in this game. You know, you just basically, all pre-flop is, it's just a juicer. To pre-flop juicer, then build the pot for when you flop equity so you can try and play big pots. I mean, that might not be how the game works, but it feels like it's how it fucking works to me at these levels. By the way, we've got this thing going on. Where's it at? Can I get it up? Why won't it come up? Here. So we've got to beat this guy in an all-in to progress. And we're not going to unless we can river a straight. which we did. So we're probably going to cash this thing now. We're going to have a lot of chips. Ace, king, king, king. So we've got quite a bit going on here with our suits, etc. So we're going to 3-bet our hand, but I'm very keen on watching this thing as well. I think we're pretty confidently going to cash now. It's just a matter of how much for. Congratulations, you have reached the money. That's 16 locked up, which is nice. Just keep laddering, Reggie. Ladder, ladder, ladder. Right, what's going on here? We've got a very, very, very bloated pot. There's no way of knowing now whether we have the best hand or not. I'm just going to check shove versus this guy who's been aggressive. There really is no way here of knowing whether we have the best hand or not. Absolutely no way whatsoever. If this guy bets, I might fuck off out of the way. If this guy bets, then we're just going to be all in. He does bet. I mean, there's chance with, of course, as we beat it's 6-card PLO. You can have sets, you can have random 2 pairs, etc. I'm not going to play a guessing game. We're just all in, and we're going to hope this cunt doesn't wake up. And we are behind to a set. Good for you, mate. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. So we lose again. I'm still way more interested in this. How many are left in this thing now? Oh, still lots. But we've now got 1960, which almost pays back the money we just lost there. Next time we're dealt in, we need to beat M. Galinsky. I mean, are they ever going to deal us in a hand again? We don't need to beat M. Galinsky anymore. Oh, yes, we do. We need to beat M. Galinsky and 2 others too. Right, we'll focus back on what we're meant to be doing in a moment. 21.50 now. We're going up just by nothing happening. Literally nothing's happened and we just keep laddering. Are we going to stay in the comp? Backdoor hearts. Nope, we're in trouble. With an ace and nothing but an ace. And we are out, but we've cashed for 20, whatever the fuck we've cashed for. We'll have a look in a minute. 28.38. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Not making up for my losses in this session. Going back to that king hand, I mean, this guy's just a bad player. I mean, he had a reasonable hand pre-flop, to be fair. Did he? Where was it at? This one. King, Jack, 10, 9, 8. Yeah. Reasonable. I mean, you're never folding that to a squeeze. Now we've got this fucker just going all in blind. We're called at both tables. As I say at the start, bad players win at this game all the time. Well, not all the time, but if you play it and you play a lot, all you'll see is bad players playing hands they shouldn't play a pre-flop, just like hitting miracles and winning massive pots. It's just part of the game, and just something you got to put up with. And just all you can do is take care of business from your end and try and play as well as you can. Right, so here we kind of got a relatively worthless hand, but um, we're not checking it just yet. I mean, there's just so many ways you can be beat here. Random two pairs, etc. But there's also value to be got from draws. Four should be a brick on the turn. Deuce is a good river, I think, because we now go ahead of 10-4 and 10-7. All the draws are bricked. I think this is a pretty comfortable check. He should have some natural bluffs here. And he didn't take them because he had two kings as well. So probably a more than reasonable check back there. Maybe we misvalue there. Maybe we just value bet the river. Single suited aces, really, really damaged by our danglers. Obviously, we're going to play our button though with aces. And pretty much got a dead hand now. Look how fast this guy's betting. He's just got pocket fives or a 3 or 3-5. The snap pot bet. If there's ever been a tell in poker, the snap pot bet. People play the 6-card PLO is one. I think it's linked to anxiety and excitement. So it's like a mix of fuck me, I've got a good hand, but fuck me, this is making me anxious. So let's just get it over with quickly. That seems to be what's going on there, in my opinion, with most people. Flopping the nuts. Well, second nuts. Going for a check raise. Not going to check raise too big because I don't really want him to start folding too much. Our hand is far from invincible, of course, but nevertheless, I think that the half pot stabbing position a lot is just going to get a lot of folds, but trapping out of position in this game doesn't seem to work very well. People will overstab flops a lot, and then they will just like pot control the fuck out of turns, unless they've got a very strong hand. So, not a big one for slow playing out of position. Got to try and build the pot. Just if he's got a random 4, just want to get lots of money in against that. Single suited aces again here. Again, we're going for the limp, and then hopefully he's going to squeeze his straddle. Then we're going to be all in again. Then we're going to have like 55% equity. Then we're going to lose, and then we'll just crack on. That's kind of how I see this going down. All right, so he hasn't squeezed it this time. Now we've got a nut flush draw to go with our overpair. And we've got a gut shot to go with our nut flush draw and our overpair. And we win. And he's gone. I don't typically play this game in the evenings on GG because if we take a look at the lobby now, how I find out how good the lobby is I just tag anyone who's like playing more than 3 tables or 3 tables or more. And in the evening, you just see a bunch of fucking Brazilian cunts and Russian cunts just 6 to 9 tabling, and it's just a thoroughly fucking miserable experience. How the fuck you 9 table this game is a mystery to me. I mean, it's possible. I could physically do it, But I don't know how you can ever hope to do anything other than just sit and wait for nuts and nut draws. And then when you're playing a bunch of tables where the lobby's riddled with people just waiting for nuts and nut draws, then all of a sudden your game experience isn't good. But fortunately, in the evenings, I get to play in remarkably juicy private games, so I don't need to be in GG. In the mornings, mornings and afternoons, these games are fine. Evenings are shit, but in the evenings, that's when the private games come alive, and we don't need to be getting bored fucking senseless by fucking Russians and Brazilians and fucking other assholes from asshole countries. Just playing a game or having a strategy that just involves leaderboards and rate back and probably not actually trying to have a win rate as such. Basically, it turns into a shit version of No Limit in the evening. And fuck me, No Limit is shit on every single mainstream site now, which is why I'm playing 6-card PLO and private games, because No Limit is such a fucking stale arena. Yeah, I genuinely pity people who are playing No Limit on mainstream sites. You know, oh, it's a good game tonight, is it? Where's that? Oh, because there's only 4 regs and there's 140 VPIP. Yes, get in there. So we log in the evening. We log in the evening to find that 140 VPIP. That's what I think of mainstream games. Right there. My anus said it far better than my words did. Bad hand here, but got the button. So we'll see what happens. Flop a gut shot. Backdoor flush draw. Get donked into. Call. And he sizes up on the turn, which tells me he's almost certainly got a straight. I mean, the guy is a shit reg, playing a shit stack, and he's just going to be massively under bluffing here. I was waiting to see some turn cards where he slowed down so we could start bluffing, but he was generous enough to tell us that he'd turn the nuts, so we didn't have to put any more money in the pot. See, when fish donk, you can consider doing quite a few different things. When shitty, nitty regs do it, he's like, all right, you flop well, have you? Oh, you've turned even better, have you? Double suited aces here. I mean, no one's going to fold. Well, no one that's put chips in the pot's going to fold. Then it's going to come down like 7-4-4, blue and black, and we're going to have a dead hand, but still want to try and thin the field. And we've got a gut shot, backdoor nut flush draw, single suited aces here. Again, I think you just want to, like, out of position, get the SPR down as quickly as possible. Here again, but the SPR's too low. We just got to stack off here. We're probably not in good shape, but got the SPR down very low. We're a slight underdog. Yes, we'll run it 3 times. See about 40% here. No idea what's going on here. Did we win any of them? I don't know. We certainly won the first one, lost the second, and won the third. And here on the turn, we're just all in. We don't have the nuts anymore, but we're still all in. Run it twice. Sure, buddy. Sure, we can run it twice. Happy days. I went through a phase of never 3-betting pre-flop for like a day or so, just because I was mostly a hangover from the app games where people raise. I mean, the app games play massively different to this. They're just like mega whaley, and there's some very bad players playing some relatively high stakes, where like people are just opening far too many hands and literally never folding to 3-bet. So you never the reasons for 3-betting in poker in general are for value, pre-flop value, not really a thing in 6-card PLO. To deny equity in the games I play, you're not doing that. People aren't folding, so equity denial isn't a thing. And then to thin the field to get heads up again in the games I play in, that's not happening. So it feels to me there's much less reason to 3-bet when you're not achieving any of those things. I could be wrong though, and I'm willing to be corrected on that. But it just feels like in the private games, like you will 3-bet like really good double suited aces and what have you that are pre-flop. They've maybe got like 35-40% equity versus the field, but when everyone calls and you break, it can just get intensely frustrating really quickly. This table's bad now, by the way. I mean, this guy was playing 4 tables. So we'll leave next blind and find another one. I'm only playing for another 15 minutes or so because I got to go out to work. This table's bad as well. So we'll pause the video and we'll set some new tables up. And we're back with some new tables. Just quads up here. Just quads. See, these hands are like, I used to defend these, but they're just so fucking bad. I think like the concept of defending your blinds, but no, that's the wrong way of putting it. Like, you don't want to go mad defending your blinds in this game out of position, because too often you're just going to be in like super marginal spots where, like, fair enough, you're getting a decent price pre-flop, but like equity realization out of position is really fucking hard unless you're and not give a fuck type and just like fuck it, I'm just going to go hard with value, etc. Thin value. That's wanted to go 40% there. Wasn't concentrating. What we got here now? Middle 2 pair on a very straightening card. We'll take our free one, thank you. We do river the nuts. We want to raise here, of course, and then only get called, because if we get jammed on, then it's a chop. We've been 3-bet by a fucking shithouse Nate, but obviously he's going to be all in and running it for his pathetic stack. If he's got pocket kings, I'm going to vomit, because paying these Nick cunts are the most annoying. And that's not to say that they VP much less than me, but the shitty stacks they come in with and the general style of play. I mean, he's just got king 6. Fuck off, mate. We're not running it multi. You can just fuck off. Do we win in the end? Oh, yes. Go on, have that, you pathetic piece of shit. Go on, fuck off. Fuck off, you little cunt. Fucking love that. That's me wank sorted later. Go on. On your fucking bike, son. I mean, again, this table's just uber shit. We've got a 91 VPIP with no chips. This table's gone shit again. Fuck me, I thought I had a pair there. I was checking back the whole way because I thought I had a pair. Oh, I did have a pair. It was a 3. For some reason, I thought I had a 7. Wasn't concentrating. Right, I'm only going to be playing 10 more minutes, so fuck it. Even though we're playing against 2 shit houses, we'll just keep it going. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying earlier about my strategy for these games, I don't have one. I've got a game plan in No Limit that accounts for about 80%, maybe more of the things I do. I'm pretty rigid with it, pretty static with it. PLO, still a massive, massive work. I had some ideas that I've ditched. I've had some idea. I honestly don't know, but that's the beauty of this game. No fucker else seems to know either. The only patterns that I seem to identify is people fast playing nut draws and fast playing nuts, and everything else they just try and get to showdown with. So I think there's EV to be gained from when people are clearly just trying to show their hand down, from just trying to make them fold that at some point. But I don't really know which like not much of a clue like which hands make the best multi-barrel bluffs, etc. Because a lot of the time our bluffs are going to be equity driven ourselves. So therefore, when we reach rivers, kind of like, well, a lot of the hands we're now wanting them to fold are in our hand because we've been like using equity to drive our bluffs. So then we reach rivers and like, well, what do I bluff with here now? So that means does that mean we need to start bluffing some non-equity driven stuff too, so they can then be our bluffs, so we don't block too many folds, etc. It's interesting. It's interesting. If you want to reach the river with bluffs where you're not blocking folds, then does that mean you've got to bluff some hands that are relatively low equity? That doesn't feel good, but maybe that's the only way you reach rivers with some bluffs or enough bluffs on blocking folds. So it's an interesting game. And I'm playing these games not with the intention of winning money, although it'd be nice if I did. It's very much just to do my own theory crafting, build up some reps in the game. Just basically development money. Because in the private games, the games play much, much, much bigger than this. Even at comparable stakes, they just play much bigger. Because how pre-flop works in the private games rather than these games. So this is just very much investing in my development rather than trying to make money. So here we have a flush draw to the nuts. We have a straight draw not to the nuts, and we have our ever-present overpair against a 94 VPIP. If you've got me, you've got me, kid. That's my philosophy here. You got me, you got me. Another small benefit of making these 2.5x opens is we have cheaper calls when we get 3-bet. Deuce bar 10. Again, someone I got blue tagged who we haven't got any hands on for this session. Stab the flop. Hope not to get raised. Pick up a nut flush draw on the turn. I think stabbing the turn and getting raised would really, really piss me off. So we're just going to take our free card. And we back into the nuts, which is nice. Now the pot's smaller, so it's harder to get value. Don't think this guy's very strong, so we're not going to bet big. My river sizing, very much with value, depends on how weak or strong I think my opponent is. Has very little to do with my actual hand strength. I mean, usually I've just got the nuts though when I'm betting rivers. So then I'm just going to be kind of like, well, how likely is this guy has like a second or third nut hand? The more likely I think that is, the larger I will go. We get 3-bet here now. We have single suited kings. Do I want to try and knock this guy out of the pot versus the blue tag? I think I probably do. We're going to run into aces quite a lot here, but whatever. This is a problem. This guy's just gone call, call. Help me, dealer. Help me. That isn't really helping me. And it's a dry side pot. I think we just check fold to this cunt here. 10-3. I mean, just fuck off, mate. Pick up a flush draw. When this guy checks back, don't think he has a set. He could be slow playing aces still, which is a problem. But I'm not folding if we check. I mean, I have no idea what's going on here. We're going to lose. I mean, you what, mate? Oh, we won the side. That's something. Did we make money in that pot? I mean, you're playing 10-3, dude. Fuck you. Yeah, this hand is like uber terrible, but it's one big blind, so we'll call and then we'll just check fold a lot. Right, I have 5 more minutes, and I've got to go. If you're wondering why it doesn't show the cards that's on us, it is an anti-collusion measure. Not that I think there's going to be much collusion going on at 10.25, but that's what it's for. Here we're going to call and hope to flop well. And now we're going to check raise all in. Check raise all in attempt denied. Just going to pot this with the nuts, where I think he can definitely have a lot of interaction with the board still. Sadly not, but never mind. I think we're very likely fucking dead here. I think we're very likely to be dead. Gut shot. Nothing much else going on. Just check. Blocking position again. Fall to a raise. One time people will trap here. It will be when they're sat with a big fat king in their hand. Here, trivial fold. Here we've got a mega long straight draw. I'm going to go for a check raise. He has bet pot, which is somewhat alarming, but do we want to raise? Just run our equity? I guess so. Let's see if he wants to go twice. Nope, he does not. We want a straight card or a diamond. We get neither, sadly, and we lose. C-bet pot in 3-bet pot with nuts shock. As you can see there, we got it in basically as a coin flip with all the dead money in there. Don't think we can do anything different. Can maybe just call and try and improve cheaply, but it's not for me. Here now we have SPR3. No idea what this guy's got, of course. I think I'm going to go for a check shove. Just try and get all the money in now. Against draws, against worst made hands, etc. Very likely, well, not very likely, but good chance we could be dead. But again, the SPR is so low. It's a 3-bet pot. Can call with worse. Christ, look at the time. Right. Leave all cash game tables next blind. Definitely going to book a losing session here. I think I started the day with a shade over $300. I'm expecting this to be maybe a losing session of 2.5 buy-ins, but we did get them cash dollars and what have you. Oval imp after this guy posts. Not C-bet in our hand this week. Multi-way protection's not a thing. We're not going to protect our hand. Too thin for value. Turning the nuts though. I'd like to see donk here because when he donks, he's not folding. I mean, he's donked small, so maybe he is. Whatever. You've got 238 plus 36. That's 274. And then we won. Yeah, so we've lost about 50 on this session, which for this game is just hyper normal. Just is what it is. Like one of the things I'm also trying to do with this is just condition myself to the swings more. And my no limit game is just not at all swingy. This game swings are unavoidable, so I just want to like condition myself more to just, especially on the downside of it, on the like just losing more. Definitely need conditioning more to that and just like getting more dead inside. We can leave this table now. See what the actual damage is. So that's 255 plus 20, 275. So actually, no, I've lost a bit more. Maybe I've lost 55 to 60. Don't know. Don't care. Thanks for watching. Take care and goodbye for now.